Welcome back to 100 Days of Startup, where I, Rod Dannon, am building Prentice, where we connect startups to skilled tech interns that they can hire. Today is day 83, and in the morning I continued with onboarding documentation. So today was planning day 3, which would be the product day for onboarding. And as part of it, I had to write out everything about the product, how it works, the different types of users, interactions, so that whoever might be onboarded can understand it. And this helps not only for employees, because like there might be people from the community that end up helping on the next version, for example. So it's a great reference guide for anybody to understand how the product works internally. So I spent most of the day doing that, and along the way, some things came up. So different flows or bugs where I'm like, hey, maybe that doesn't make sense, or maybe, hey, let me double check that this works. So I wrote those down, and we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, it was good to kind of just get deep in the product and figure out, okay, like how does everything work, and what does someone need to know about it. And from there, during my post gym shower, I started thinking about the next few months. So if you've been following, you kind of know like I was planning November to be a sales month. Things have changed, the product isn't as ready as I wanted it to be. The landing page isn't updated. The podcast didn't relaunch, but that was a smarter decision. So no, that's not bad. But yeah, we're not exactly where we want there. And then on the personal side, in terms of bankruptcy, you have to, if the more valuable the business is, aka how much more cash we have in the bank, the more at risk it is. So right now, like I think I mentioned, we only have 3K in the bank, so it's not too crazy, but I have to kind of hold off on sales. If I bring on someone on the sales side, I'm just going to say, hey, I have an employee and I have to pay them, which that's fine. But as long as it's just me in the company, I have to stay low. So for November, this is the plan. I'm going to finish up the Bubble platform end to end. So from initial scoping intern to the end of an internship. So I still have that whole internship piece to add. Then I'm going to work on designs for the new platform. Even though, we lost a bunch of designers on that side on the volunteer project, I'm going to make it up. I'm going to be in Figma doing that because, I know how things go. I know how to follow the design system. So it should be easy. Then I'll be setting up analytics for the product. So that way, once we do get customers on the platform, we can figure out, okay, what works, what doesn't. I already have LogRocket, which records sessions. So that's fine. And then, yeah, we'll publish the new landing pages. So when you get the landing page up, the pricing page that guy is designing now, then we'll have the intern page as well as a community page, which we're all going to update with all the new branding guidelines. So that's the plan for November. For December, it'll be time to create materials and workflows for the podcast we're going to launch. So, choosing tools, creating the branding for it, and everything prepped there. I have to book the guests for the podcast. So that'll be heavily on LinkedIn. And then while I'm LinkedIn, I also have to connect with bootcamp grads to replenish the community viewers. And then from there, I'll also have to post on social media, so a lot of LinkedIn content, and then get some initial like business meetings on the calendar. So maybe we'll book, maybe we don't, but I think businesses will probably only start hiring again in January. So in January, the goal is to make at least $20,000 in sales, which is doable. And then from, we're going to have everything there. I'm going to be fully focused on marketing, probably have a salesperson at that point. And if not, I'll be using some lead gen service. And as the people use it, we'll analyze the product data for improvements, mark some stuff when you have to change. And I'll just continue posting content on LinkedIn and YouTube, considering there'll be, podcasts and stuff like that to share. So I'm feeling really good about the plan. It makes things much simpler, and, hopefully I don't fall behind on schedule again, but it's up to me to determine that. So yeah, and then after that, for the rest of the afternoon, I was just working on various things in Bubble. So just continuously testing things out, and there's like minor bugs here in terms of how things display, certain workflows that could be simplified, some of the different visuals that reduce load time. So a bunch of little cleanup things here and there. I still didn't start on the intern side of things and how that works, but that is on the docket for tomorrow. But yeah, no, it was definitely still a productive day. I have a great plan. I'm really hyped about it. And it's gonna be another product month. Next week, marketing, and January, hella sales. So yeah, I'll be continue to post, even after 100 days of startup, so you'll be able to follow along. But for now, have a great night and talk to you tomorrow.